Good morning, all of you. Good morning. Can you all hear? Ryan, Mehna, Afia, Kamia, Sri Satya, Afnan, Yashwant, Saheda, Vamshi, Srujana, Nalini. It's a very nice name. Give me a smile, Nalini. Very good. Okay, students, before starting the session, I would like to tell you one thing that you will have to approach your school management for getting your worksheets. Okay. So in your school, we have worksheets, so you should get it, because from the next session onwards, what is going to happen is that first 10 minutes will be explaining about the first chapter of the worksheet. Okay. We will be sparing at least 10 minutes for completion of the worksheet only. So whatever school, wherever you are studying, you have to approach your management, because we have forwarded the worksheet to your school. Afia, tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Very
sir.
good morning.
Sir, our school management is telling that they didn't got any worksheets.
So, which school are you from?
Shubham school, sir.
Which school?
Shubham school,
Shubham. Place?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay, we will be calling them and solving the problem, okay, by today or tomorrow. Okay, students, just wait for a moment. We have been experiencing a power outage since morning. Okay, can you all hear now? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, very good, very good. Okay. So don't forget, students, from the next class onwards, you will be sparing 10 minutes for completion of your worksheets. So you will have to approach your school management for getting your worksheet. If your school management is telling that they didn't receive any worksheets, so you can ask them to approach Slate High School Jannaram. Okay. SHS Jannar, ask them to approach. So we will be forwarding the worksheets then. Okay, let me share the screen now. In the previous session, we have been learning the poem Pretty in Pretext, isn't it? So we have completed only 3 stanzas, I think. Just let me share the screen now. So this is not an acceptable thing that you do. Uh, don't draw on the screen. Okay, class 8 English unit 4 be reading pretend pretest, and the aim of this lesson is to make you understand the importance of science and technology, and agenda is introduction vocabulary explanation of the poem. And in case of vocabulary already we have discussed about the vocabulary. The first word is pile it means lay things one on top of another, lay things one on top of another, pile of books you can see. So here books are laid one on top of another. And the next word is tether. Tether it means a rope for tying an animal. So you might have seen a tether in case of buffaloes or goats, a rope for tying an animal. So from the textbook glossary part, jitters it means makes nervous. Jitters makes nervous. Emitting it means sending out light, bluish blue in color. Grin, smile broadly. A broad smile can be called as a grin. Elevate it means raise to a higher level. And you might have heard the word elevator. Elevator it means a lift. Pile it means lay things one on top of another. Word is exhale and inhale. Exhale it means breathe out, inhale means breathe in. Chores it means routines. The routine works that she does at home can be called as chores. Alibis it means excuses. You say a lot of alibis. You say a lot of excuse for being
Dear students, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Okay, students, let me share the screen now. Just wait for a moment. We have a light disturbance with the power today. Okay. Okay, students, let us get back to our lesson. No, okay. Okay, my teeny popper has a phone. My child has a phone. The child is never alone, as she is always with her mobile phone. It beeps and jitters day and night. So it beeps and it means that she is receiving calls and messages day and night, emitting tiny blue light. Whenever she receives a message, whenever she receives a call, it means the mobile phone produces a tiny blue light. Her ringtone is the latest range. So another thing, she's very fashionable. That's why she always keeps her ringtone, the latest one. As other pretends touch and page, whenever she receives a message or a call from her friends, other pretends, and one-liner messages appear in her mobile. There is a specialty that only one-liner messages she could receive. That make her green from year to year. Whenever she receives a message, whenever she receives a call, she is extremely happy with that, as same as you. You also be very happy whenever you receive a call or a message from your friends. That make her green from year to year. The latest crisis, the latest problems, who likes whom? As I said earlier, we are not very much interested in whatever happening in our country, whatever happening in the society. You wanted to read some news about your movie stars, sports, and some other unimportant things. The rock star with the best perfume. The rock star with the best perfume here, it means that you are going back of advertisements nowadays. When Aishwarya Rai is bathing with the Lux soap, you also need a Lux soap to bath, isn't it? Then you may feel that you will also become a beauty like Aishwarya Rai. And whatever powders are being used by the movie stars, when Mahesh Babu is drinking thumbs up, you also wanted to drink thumbs up to become Mahesh Babu, isn't it? Yes. And the next thing is such weight matters cause your thrill and elevate our monthly bill. So these all causes the family elevate our monthly bill. So nowadays it is not a problem, but in the past to get 2 GBs for 1 month, 2 GBs for 1 month, we used to pay 250 rupees. But with 150 rupees, now we are getting 50 GBs for 1 month. So in the past, it used to elevate the monthly bill, but nowadays it is not a problem. But this boy has returned in the past. That's why the mother has to pay a lot of bills for the usage of mobile phone. So this is what we have learned in the previous lesson. And here we go. And yet the silver lining blows. And yet the silver lining blows. When the silver lining blows, when you receive a message, when you receive a call. So in the past, there were mobile phones. So whenever there is a call, whenever there is a message, a silver line appears on the mobile phone. For we have never come to blows. For we have never come to blows. It means that there is no need to fight. I am my child, my girl child. There is no need to never come to blows. It means that they are never fighting each other. I never have to raise my voice. I never have to raise my voice. I don't want to in place. Okay. Sahidi, can you unmute? So, are you receiving a message to unmute? Sahidi, do you have any doubt? No, no doubt. Okay, fine. Students, you will have to adjust a little bit because there is a problem with the network and power today. Okay, and yet the silver lining blows, for we have never come to blows. So whenever the child receives a text, whenever the child receives a call, usually what happens when you are receiving a lot of calls, when you are talking with your friends for a longer time, your parents will tell you that stop calling your friends because you are simply wasting your time talking with your friends. You are simply wasting your time testing a message with your friends. Your parents will never allow you to make a call for a long time, and moreover it is not good to use mobile phone for a longer time. But here the modern moms, they are not worried about that. They are providing mobile phones to their children and making them or getting them spoiled in their life. For we have never come to blows. There is no need to fight each other. I never have to raise my voice. The mother didn't want to raise her voice. Why? Because I have a high choice. What is the high choice here? Mobile phone. If mother wants something, she will just make a call to her child. So when talking through a mobile phone, there is no need to raise the voice. You can simply go ahead. So I never have to raise my voice to my child because I have a high-tech choice. Whatever I need, whatever help I need, I will just ask her through my mobile phone. If school assignments pile sky high, so this is the problem. So when the parents are giving their children mobile phones, they are not aware of the things happening with the children. So they may be keeping the mobile phones with them. They may be watching YouTube videos. They may be chatting with their friends. They may be testing a lot of messages. They may be playing video games using the mobile phone. So they may not have time to write their homeworks. So what happens? The homeworks will be increased, or if school assignments pile sky high, so your homework will be increased. Today you don't do your homework, tomorrow you don't do your homework. What's going to happen? So if today one page only, you can simply finish it today. When it comes to tomorrow, it may be 2 pages. If you don't write your homework for 3 or 4 days, it will be piled up. I exhale with a weighty sigh. So mother can do only one thing, that I exhale. I release my air with a weighty sigh. Oh, my child's homework is being increased day by day. So she has a lot of homework to do. But the child, she is simply spending her time with the mobile phone, wasting her time with the mobile phone. Like every modern mom who cares, like every modern mom. So in modern days, whatever the moms do, they simply give a mobile phone to their child. I simply telephone upstairs. They are sitting in the ground floor, and they are sending a message to the upstairs. Who is staying upstairs? The child is staying upstairs. Mom is sitting down and the child is in first floor. So if mom needs something, she will simply call the child using a mobile phone. So the interaction between a mother and a child is decreasing here. So do you really think that the mother needs a mobile phone to talk her child who is sitting in the first floor? There is no need. Simply she can call. But every modern mom's situation is like that only. Every modern mom's situation is like that. She provides her child with a mobile phone, and the child is always with the mobile phone using testing messages, chatting with her friends, watching a lot of videos, and her homeworks will be piled up like anything else, and she is not interested in her studies as well. So this is how the present parents are spoiling their children. So as online class is very important for them, for 2 hours or 3 hours, not a problem. But if you let them on a mobile phone, the mobile phone is with her all the time, 24 hours. So it will definitely spoil her. Whenever there is an online class, the parents should provide her mobile phones for 2 hours or 3 hours. That's enough. And the parents don't let the child be with the mobile phone all the time. So the parents has to take some strict restrictions for the usage of mobile phones by the children. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. When chores demand her energies, when did I miss any stanzas here? Let me just check. I simply telephone upstairs. Okay, when chores demand her energy, don't forget this word, chores. Chores, it means routine tasks or routine jobs. So, agricultural chores. What do you mean by agricultural chores? A farmer has to irrigate the land every day. So, this is a routine task. Every day he has to water the plants. Your mother has chores. It means preparing food. Every day she has to do the same work, isn't it? She has to get you ready for the school every day. So these are the routine tasks of a mother. So these routine works, the works that you do every day can be called as chores. So when chores demand her energies, sometimes the mother needs the help of the child. So mother will ask you to cut vegetables. Mother will ask you to help her in the kitchen. Mother will ask you to water the plants. Mother will ask you to go to the shop and buy something from the shop. So if you are playing on the mobile phone, if you are playing with the mobile phone, you may not agree with that. You will disobey her. You will tell your mother that I don't have time. I won't do that. I want vegetable. I will eat food only. In that case, I will help you. But for cutting vegetables, for washing clothes, for washing utensils, I won't help you. So this is how the behavior of the child will be changed by the use of mobile phones. So when chores demand her energies, when mother needs her to help, I simply test her asking please. So mother doesn't want to go to the child and ask for help. Mother will take the mobile phone and send her a message. My child, I need you here in the kitchen. I want to cut some vegetables. No alibis for missing word. There is no alibis, no excuses for missing word. Sometimes when you are playing with the mobile phone, your mother is calling you for washing clothes. You are playing with the mobile phone, you hear that, but you are not minding that. When your mother is coming with the stick, suddenly you will tell her, I didn't hear. Actually you heard, but you usually say that I didn't hear. But in case of mobile phone, when you test a message, what happens? You can never ever say an excuse. No alibis or missing word, because it's clear that she has heard, because you know, you all use WhatsApp, isn't it? You send a message to your friend. How do you know that whether your friend has seen the message? Two blue lines will appear under the message. Then you can be sure that your friend has seen the message. Am I correct or not? When you text, when you send a message to your friend, or when you receive a message from your friend, if there are two blue lines under the message, you can think that, or it is sure that your friend has seen the message or you have seen the message. Then you can never ever say that I didn't see the message. If you had seen the message, two blue lines will be appeared under the message, because it is clear that she has heard. When you are making a call to somebody and speaking with them, they cannot say any excuses like they didn't hear the words. So here I simply test her asking please. Here the mother is sending a message to the child to ask for help in the kitchen, watering the plants, maybe washing the clothes. So here the child cannot say any alibis, any excuses, because it is clear that the child has heard her words, or the child has received the message. And if my daughter goes outside, to visit friends both far and wide. So if you are going outside, especially the girl children, if you are going outside, if there is a mobile phone with you, it will be very useful for your parents to locate you. If something happens to you, they can easily locate you. To visit friends both far and wide. Curfew is easy to enforce. Her curfew is easy to enforce. You can call your child. Parents can call their children. Now the time is 9 o'clock. Curfews. At this time, you should not be outside. You should be inside the home. So come back to your home. So your mothers can simply text you a message, or your mothers or parents can simply call you and tell that this is the time of curfew. You should never be outside during this particular time. Easy to enforce. Enforce, it means strengthen. With her new cellular resource. What is the cellular resource? Mobile phone. So mobile phone is very useful for the mothers to locate their children. Sometimes their daughters, they will go outside to meet their friends both far and wide. If you are very far from the house, your mother can simply make a call to you and ask where you are, why you aren't at home at this time. Now the time is 9 o'clock, now the time is 8 o'clock, you should be at home. Girls, you should not be roaming here and there at night. So mobile phone is very useful. If something happens to you, simply the police can locate you. So mobile phone is very useful for the lady. I mean the girls, especially when you are going outside. This beeping tether holds your clothes. This beeping tether. What do you mean by beeping tether? Beeping, it means a device that beeps, that makes a sound. What is the device he mentioned here? The mobile phone. This beeping tether holds her close. Always. He holds the mobile phone very closer to her. She's very attentive towards her mobile phone. She's waiting for a call to get. She's waiting for a message to get received. While helping her feel grandiose. Grandiose, it means planned on a large scale. But here in this poem, it means that you may be very proud when you have a mobile phone. Am I correct? So if you have a sophisticated mobile phone with you, a very valuable, very costly mobile phone with you, you will be feeling very proud. I have so and so phones with me. The cost of this mobile is 20,000 rupees, and it has 6.3 inch screen, and it is facilities. You feeling very proud about that. Why helping her feel grandiose? So when the parents are giving them a good mobile phone, so what happens to the child? She feels some inferiority complex. She not inferiority, superiority complex. She may be thinking that she is superior to others. If separation ever occurs, so this is another important point. If separation ever occurs, so sometimes after 10th class, you will be joining in a hostel in Hyderabad. Staying in a village right now, but after 10th class, your parents are sending you to Hyderabad. So there is a separation from the family. If separation ever occurs, if there is a separation from your family, you are moving out of your house, you are staying far from your family. My speed links my heart to hers, my speed dial. The numbers which are on the mobile phone links, connects my heart to my child's heart. So this is another important point. So even if your child is very far from you, even if the mother's child lives in America or any part of the world, if you have a mobile phone, it is very easy to connect with her. So in the past, the situation is entirely different. So we used to write letters to our children. So suppose if the child, if their son or daughter got a job in America, when they went to America, what happens? So to know their well-being, you will have to send a letter from India to America. To reach the letter to America, it almost took 2 weeks to reach there. 2 weeks to reach there. And the child who is staying, or the son or daughter who is staying in America, they will send a reply, and it comes back to the parents after 2 weeks, almost 1 month to send and receive a letter. Nowadays, doing that, you don't need it, just to make a call. Within seconds, she will be receiving the call, and you can simply talk with your friends, relatives using this beeping tether. I mean the mobile phone. So this beeping tether holds her close. She's always holding her mobile phone. while helping her feel grandiose. She always thinks that she is superior to others when she has a mobile phone. If separation ever occurs, if there is a separation from your family, my speed dial, my mobile phone links my heart to my child. Our handy cell phones help us out. Our handy cell phones help us out. Convenient. It is very comfortable, easy to use. With no doubt, there is no doubt that cell phones are very useful for the human beings in the present era. Yes, certainly they have their place. Yes, certainly mobile phones have their own place in our mind, in our world. But can we talk once face to face? But can we talk once face to face? So the poet wanted to convey a message that sometimes, not sometimes, the human beings, they should talk each other face to face as well. It is not good to send a message to your neighbor who is staying just 10 meters away from your house. In that case, it is better to go and talk to her directly. If in a house, your mother and you live, it is not good to make a phone call to your mother or phone call to your child. It is better to have a face-to-face interaction. It has a lot of affinity in that. So always, so who are your friend, if she is staying just 10 meters away from you, if your mother is staying in the other room, living in the other room, do we need to make a phone call to your mother or friends? No need. So after telling the poet, according to the poet, after telling all the uses of the mobile phones, the poetess Linda Ann Nicholson, she tells that mobile phone is very helpful, but at least we have to talk face to face sometimes to keep your relationships alive, to keep your relationships very strong and firm. This is what the poetess wanted to convey. Okay, that's all about this small poem. In this small poem, the poetess conveys her worries, concerns in the usage of mobile phones. So mobile phones are very helpful. She doesn't say that nobody should use nobody should use the mobile phone. But she wanted to tell that when emergency, when it is needed, then only you should use the mobile phone. But when you have a chance to talk to others face to face, you will have to utilize that situation. So nowadays, what happens? Parents are providing mobile phones to their kids. They aren't going outside to play games. They aren't thinking about the outside world. They are only playing video games on the mobile phone. They may be chatting with their friends. They are not aware of the surroundings or whatever happening around them. This is all not good. So mobile phones, the usage of mobile phones, they this is what she wanted to say. Okay, now someone has raised their hands. Just okay, let me ask. Okay, Srujana, can you unmute? Srujana. Srujana, are you receiving a message to unmute? No.
Good.
Srujana here? Okay, students, there is a problem with the network. That's why you are unable to unmute, I think. Actually, there has been a power outage from the morning in our area. And Afia Samrin, do you want to ask something? Yes or no? Are you twins? Not twins. Okay, good. Okay, students, that's all for today. And I think this is the last class before your FA3 examination. Next week, you will be having the FA3 examination. So you will have to learn this lesson well for your examination. This unit uh, totally will be given, I think. Just let me tell you the syllabus. Afia, can you unmute?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in case of FA2, I think I gave you the syllabus humanity ABC, the selfish gender 1, the selfish gender 2, and the garden within, I think. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
FA2? Okay. For FA3, unit for science and technology, A and B reading. A and B reading. Okay, got it. A reading and B reading from 4th unit. I mean the fun they had and pretty in pretext. So
Okay, sir.
you will be getting 20 multiple choice questions for that. Okay then, thank you all and have a great day. Dear students, you have only one class today. Okay. So I am going to end the session now. Your maths teacher is absent today, so that you don't have maths class. I'm going to end the class.